A South African actress just went viral for doing what millions of women wished they had the courage to do, and then deleted the evidence. This is not just celebrity gossip, this is a mirror held up to modern African relationships, social media power, and the courage it takes for African women to stand their ground. Here is what happened. Rorisang Mohapi, known to South African television audiences for her roles in House of Zwide and the drama series Kwa Baba, posted a video that stopped the internet cold. Her husband, actor Ntuthuzelo Grootboom, was at Fourways Mall in Johannesburg. He was carrying flowers he had bought for Rorisang. And in that moment, a woman approached him, not casually, not accidentally. She approached him. Rorisang found out, and instead of suffering in silence the way African women have been told to do for generations, she picked up her phone, went live, and delivered a warning so direct, so unapologetic, that it immediately began spreading across South Africa and beyond. Then, she deleted it, and that deletion sparked a second wave of conversation even bigger than the first. Let us give you the full background so you understand exactly why this moment landed the way it did. Rorisang Mohapi is not a background character in South African entertainment. She is a recognized face. House of Zwide, produced by Ferguson Films, is one of the most watched telenovelas on E.TV, consistently pulling in over 2 million viewers per episode. Kwa Baba added another dimension to her career, cementing her as a serious actress in the South African creative economy. Her husband, Ntuthuzelo Grootboom, is himself an actor, meaning this couple lives in the public eye. They know what visibility costs. They know what exposure means, which is exactly why Rorisang's decision to post that video was not impulsive. It was intentional, calculated. A woman who works in front of cameras for a living knows exactly what she is doing when she picks one up. She chose to use her platform. Now here is the broader context that most international outlets will completely miss. South Africa has one of the most active social media populations on the African continent, with over 25 million social media users and a smartphone penetration rate climbing year on year. South African content regularly breaks into continental and global trending conversations. When a public figure in Johannesburg posts something, it does not stay in Johannesburg. It moves to Lagos. It moves to Nairobi. It moves to London, to Atlanta, to wherever the African diaspora is scrolling at midnight. And the issue Rorisang put on the table, women approaching partnered men, the audacity of public disrespect, and the question of whether a woman should stay silent, that issue has no borders. It resonates from Accra to Cape Town, from Kampala to Kigali. African women across the continent recognized themselves in that video. Now let us talk about the current situation, and what the analysis actually tells us. The video itself was brief but powerful. Rorisang addressed the woman who approached Ntuthuzelo directly, in plain language, making it clear that she was aware, she was watching, and she was not going to pretend the encounter did not happen. The flowers detail is critical. Ntuthuzelo was not at that mall without context. He was there buying something for his wife, and the woman who approached him either did not know that, did not care, or, and this is the reading that made the video explode, she knew exactly what she was doing. Within hours, the clip had been screenshotted, reshared, and debated across Twitter, South Africa, Instagram, TikTok, and WhatsApp groups from here to the diaspora. The comment section split into two camps almost immediately. One side celebrated Rorisang. They called her brave. They called her a real one. They said she did what needed to be done. The numbers on those supportive comments ran into the thousands within the first day. The other side questioned the decision to post publicly, arguing that it exposed her husband, exposed herself, and gave the situation more oxygen than it deserved. Both conversations are valid, but what is undeniable is that Rorisang controlled the narrative. She did not leak it to a tabloid. She did not whisper about it at industry events. She used her own voice, on her own platform, to say, "I see you, and I'm not afraid to say so." Like this video, help more Africans see the story and the real conversations behind it. Let us talk about the key players here, because there are more stakeholders in this story than just the couple. First, Rorisang herself. She is the one who took the risk. In South African entertainment, public perception is currency. Brands watch how public figures handle controversy. Producers watch. Fellow cast members watch. By posting that video, she accepted that risk, and by deleting it, she reclaimed control. The deletion was not weakness. In the world of social media strategy, a strategic deletion after maximum impact is a power move. The video did its job. The message was received. Then she took it down before it could be weaponized against her. Second, Ntuthuzelo Grootboom. He has largely stayed out of the public commentary on this. His silence is interesting. Is it respect for his wife's decision to handle it? Is it embarrassment? Is it agreement? The South African public is watching. Third, and this is the character who matters most to the broader conversation, the woman at Fourways Mall. She has not been publicly identified, but her presence in this story has sparked a national conversation about boundaries, about women's solidarity, and about what it means to approach a man you know is partnered. And fourth, the audience, 25 million South African social media users, plus millions more across the continent who shared and reacted. They are not passive consumers here. They are participants. They voted with their shares. They debated. They formed community around this moment. Now let us go deeper, because this story is really about something much bigger than one video at one mall. Across Africa right now, there is a generation of women who are done being quiet, done being told that suffering in silence is strength, done being told that airing your truth is weakness. And they are using the tools of the digital age to rewrite those rules. From Nigeria, where female content creators are building massive platforms challenging relationship double standards, to Kenya, where women are using TikTok to document and resist gender-based mistreatment, to South Africa, where Rorisang Mohapi just showed the continent what it looks like when an African woman refuses to be invisible in her own marriage. This is Africa rising in a dimension the economic reports do not capture. The infrastructure of African self-expression is stronger than it has ever been, and African women are at the forefront of building it. Think about this. South African social media users generate over 16 billion impressions monthly across platforms. That is not a small market. That is a continent speaking. And when stories like this one go viral, they are not just entertainment. They are documentation. They are evidence. They are the record of a generation refusing to accept the old terms. Pan-African unity has always been strongest when it is built around shared experience. And this, women recognizing each other's struggles across borders, languages, and cultures, this is one of the most authentic expressions of that unity we have seen. Subscribe for honest, Pan-African analysis you will not find on CNN or BBC. So what does this mean going forward? In the short term, Rorisang Mohapi's brand has not been damaged by this moment. If anything, she has become more relatable, more human, more watched. Brands in South Africa are beginning to understand that authenticity drives engagement. An actress who shows up real, not polished, not filtered, but real, is more valuable in this media landscape than one who pretends everything is perfect. In the medium term, this moment adds to a growing body of African women's digital advocacy. Every time a woman uses her platform to say something true, she makes it slightly easier for the next woman to do the same. That is how cultural change actually works, not through one dramatic moment, but through accumulation. And in the long term, Africa's creative class, its actors, musicians, creators, storytellers, they are the ones building the continent's soft power. They are the ones whose faces and voices and choices travel further than any policy document. Rorisang Mohapi sitting in front of a camera in Johannesburg and speaking her truth is an act with continental reach. Do not underestimate that. The conversation this sparked, about loyalty, about boundaries, about digital courage, that conversation is happening in every African city right now, and it needed to happen. Check out this next video where we go even deeper into how African women are reshaping the continent's cultural conversation. The link is right here on your screen. Africa is not waiting for permission to tell its own stories. It never was. And moments like this one, raw, viral, then deleted, then still unforgettable, remind us that the most powerful content is always the most honest. Rorisang Mohapi picked up her phone at the right moment, said what needed to be said, and reminded a continent of women that their voices matter. That is the story. That is the real headline. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Was Rorisang right to post the video? Was the deletion the smarter move? And what would you have done? Let the conversation start right here.